Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say thank you to the committee of Inter-Conference on Sustainable Agriculture in Burma to give me chance to present our presentation today. The title of my presentation is The Growth and Yield of Tomato Plant, the Cupersicum esculentum meal grown in soil media containing several doses of inorganic fertilizer and sprayed with Lombok brown algae extract. Background of this research is the excessive use of organic fertilizer on agriculture and production. In other side can increase the production yield of horticulture plant by using the excessive dose of inorganic fertilizer. However, the excessive use of inorganic fertilizer will harm environment and danger food for our health. The use of inorganic fertilizer create many disadvantages for our ecosystem. The first is by increasing production. The increasing use of organic fertilizer will increase production costs and ultimately with reducing the farmer's income. The price of organic fertilizer is very expensive, so will increase the cost of production for horticulture plant. Tomato plant are one of important horticulture plant product, not only in Indonesia but in other countries, because tomato fruit is used for many properties for human menu and health for human being. The background of our research is we know that the algae we use is brown algae, which were wild type algae which abundant grown in coastal beach area in Lombok Island. Brown algae also very potential for development of biostimulant and organic fertilizer. So macroalgae is important. The experiment method used in this experiment, we begin with sample collection and extraction. We collect some sample of brown algae in coastal beach area, and we brought to laboratory and do extraction in the laboratory. The second step, we do preparation of soil media for growing tomato and also preparation of tomato seedling. The third step is cultivation and treatment. And the fourth step is we analyze we do some analysis like chloride content, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium content in plant tissue using spectrophotometers and atomic absorbance spectroscopy in our laboratory. Methodology we use in the experiment is we know that brown algae is such kind of algae which are very abundant in coastal beach area and Lombok. What type of brown algae we use in the experiment? The first is Sargassum cristapulium as shown in this picture. Second one is Sargassum aquipulium, Sargassum carcipulium, and Turbinaria morania. The fourth type of species of brown algae which are very abundant in coastal beach area of Lombok, West Lombok, North Lombok, and also East Lombok, part of West Nusa Tenggara province. The result of experiment, we measure several parameters. The first parameter we measure is chloride content in leaf. The first figure we show the effect of brown algae extract on chloride content of tomato plant grown in soil media containing 0, 50%, or 100% dose of inorganic fertilizer. As we see in this picture, that the chloride content increased subsequently with increasing the dose of inorganic fertilizer in soil media to 50%. However, this increase is not significantly different with the plant with tomato plant grown in 100% of inorganic fertilizer in soil media. However, when we compare the effect of a type of extract of brown alga to corporate content, that in constant dose of inorganic fertilizer in soil media is a very different effect. For example, when the plant grown in zero inorganic fertilizer in soil media, there were no effect of spraying 10% brown alga extract. However, in some species of brown alga, like Sargassum cristapulium, when we spray them in 10% of that extract during vegetative growth, we increase chloride content, especially in the plant grown in 50% dose of inorganic fertilizer in soil media. So we can conclude from this data that increasing chloride content will be caused by the increasing dose of inorganic fertilizer to 50% in soil media, but did not increase chloride content even we spray 100% of inorganic fertilizer in soil media. The second group of parameters we measure in this experiment is absorption of nitrogen, of phosphorus and kalium ion by measuring nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium content in leaf tissue. The group picture 2, you can see in this diagram, show that nitrogen content, phosphorus content, and potassium content increase by increasing the application of inorganic fertilizer in soil media to 50%. However, this increase was not happen by addition of 100% of inorganic fertilizer to soil media. This means the addition of 50% is the maximum dose of inorganic fertilizer could be supplied to soil media to increase nitrogen content, phosphorus content, and potassium content in tissue in tissue of tomato plant, but that not happen when we supply the plant with 100% of inorganic fertilizer. The effect of extract spraying to the plant during growth was very dependent on the level of inorganic fertilizer in soil media. For example, when the plants split 20%, in some species of brown alga like Sargassum cristapulium and Turbinarium morayana could increase nitrogen content, phosphorus content, and potassium content of leaf tissue in tomato plant by spraying the plant with 10% or such kind of brown alga extract. Another parameters that we measure is growth parameters, which were plant height, branch number, shoot and root dry width of tomato plant. Similar phenomena we can see in parameters of plant height and branch number, which all increase plant height and branch number of tomato plant by addition of 50% in organic fertilizer and soil media. This increase did not happen even we add more inorganic fertilizer to soil media to 100%. This means that the maximum substrate to the absorption to the activity of enzyme mechanism involved in the absorption of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium is only 50%. But when we add to 100%, and the increase is not happen, this means the transport mechanism become saturated by addition more than inorganic fertilizer to soil media. The other parameters is throat and drought width, because and row width depend on the previous parameter like plant height and branch number, which support the parameters of shoot draw width. So because plant height and branch number of the plant is affected by addition of dose of organic in soil media, so this treatment also influence shoot and row draw width of tomato plant. So shoot draw width and row draw width increase by addition of 10% inorganic fertilizer and soil media, but that increase didn't happen to the plant supplied in 100%. So in terms of growth of tomato plant, we can conclude from such kind of data that shoot growth of tomato plant based on plant height, branch number, shoot draw width, and row draw width will be increased by addition 50% of inorganic fertilizer and soil media, but did not happen by addition 100%. So the maximum dose of inorganic fertilizer 50%, and the application of 10% brown algae extract very dependent on the level of inorganic fertilizer added to soil media. The other parameters we measure in the experiment is yield parameters, which were percentage of flowers become fruit, fruit numbers, and fruit weight per plant. From these three parameters, we saw very similar response to the application of two types of treatment: the level of inorganic fertilizer in soil media and the spraying of 10% brown algae extract to the leaf or the plant during vegetative growth. So yield increased by addition of 50% of inorganic fertilizer in soil media, but that increase can be achieved to maximum level, which were very similar with the dose of plant supplied with 100% of inorganic fertilizer in soil media. So that means that 50% application of inorganic fertilizer to soil media could increase not only growth but also yield of tomato plant. Similar effect also we can see in terms of application 10% of brown algae extract during vegetative growth of tomato plant. Some species could increase yield of tomato plant, especially Sargassum cristafolium and Turbinum rhea morayana could increase the yield of tomato plant when they were sprayed with 10% of brown algae species in the plant grown in 50% and 100% of inorganic fertilizer in soil media. Therefore, based on the result shown in the previous picture, that we can conclude the first is 50% dose of inorganic fertilizer could increase the absorption of nitrogen plus potassium, growth and yield of tomato plant. The second conclusion is addition or spraying 10% of Lombok brown algae could increase the absorption of nitrogen and potassium, growth and yield of tomato plant in the plant grown in 50% and 100% dose of inorganic fertilizer. This implies that the application of inorganic fertilizer to tomato cultivation system, we can reduce to 50% application to get maximum level of growth and tomato plant production. The end of our talk, we would like to acknowledge any institution or group who support this experiment. The first, Ministry of Research, Technology and Higher Education, who provided the funding for this research, and our members group of Bioscience Center, Mataram Municipality work too hard to support this kind of work. Thank you very much.